Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. As I change my profile pic from the long tongue to the focus and central theme of this video, as partially helped and outlined by my man Koala Ben, even though I, for some reason, thought her and then selected Kitty Pryde. What is that? Yeah, so this is the best champ I've ever used against Bullseye. It's a joke. Everything you hate about Bullseye is completely negated. It's like turning off Magic's Limbo when you use Blade, only in a lot of ways better. I go on and on about how if you only had $100, you should invest as a Valiant player with her instead of buying Omega Days offers. I don't think it was a very popular opinion at all, but I sit by it. Because when the smoke clears with Omega Days, I still think ultimately it's the new best champion, and she will be the number one sought after champion in the new featured 6-star crystal for those of you that could not take advantage for whatever reason, from your progression level to finances to whatever, with that early access bundle. But remember, just like Onslaught, the early access bundle will magically return on the Caban website store, I'm sure, when we least expect it. But I'm going to darken the screen as I pull up a couple of things for this video, because Negasonic has become an MVP for Koala Ben in War, which is pretty cool, considering she's only been in the game a couple weeks. I mean, what are the odds, you know? So, he has sent over just a ton of data. And you'll see she does, of course, specialize in fighting skill defenders. And you'll also notice that parry issue with Kate Bishop is completely negated by her utility in the same way that it is Bullseye. I mean, you can fight her like you would anyone else and just do a parry. And you'll notice that he's still being patient with the fight, but he's in complete control. And so what makes Kate Bishop partially a good defender makes her a joke, even with these nodes. And as long as he's patient, he's not only lost 0 health, but he's managed to wipe that defender down cold in less than a minute. That's kind of crazy. Next defender in the path was Elsa. By the way, there's also a lawnmower going around the side of my house, so if you hear that, I apologize. So, I am so happy Ben finally showed a video where he made a little bit of a mistake, but then the regen with her, and I'm sure his mastery setup probably with willpower helping out, is refilling that health and making it to where every second of this fight he takes that mistake he made and gets the health back without using an item. If that's not awesome utility, I don't know what is. So, same kind of rotation as the other fight. Look at this really cool mash block now animation and the damage that comes from it. It's like a command. It's almost like a mini game, like a Dave & Buster's inside of MCOC. And just like that, Elsa is done. Speaking of annoying skill defenders, Atuma is also a very popular defender to put down in Battlegrounds. And notice I'm not going to waste more time showing that, but you could pause it and look at the nodes if you're wondering what fight this is. All you need to know is that she's parrying normally. She's causing incinerates. This looks like a Karnak special one to me. And so when Atuma's not bleeding your health with his own utility, he's a pretty bad defender because his special one is so pathetically easy to bait. And there it is. Another example of 21 incinerates. 21 pilots in the form of 21 incinerates. Just amazing. Mr. Sinister relic, by the way, in case you're wondering. And 92% health still left. This looks like he's fighting like 3 and 4 stars. How about Baron Zemo? He sucks to fight, right? He cleanses things. He's hard to parry. You take huge block damage. Surely Baron Zemo can't be treated like a 3-star trash, but look, immediately parries. I mean, this champion is a cheat code and is breaking Alliance War in terms of its traditional defensive utility. And it reminds me of when Blade broke Alliance War and it became those who have Blade and those who don't. If you've got an alliance that has this attacker and you're fighting an alliance that doesn't, you are in such a bigger advantage, it's not even funny. And I'm sure most alliances that have Valiant players have at least one of these, but if you don't, it is literally the difference between winning and losing right now in war. And I'm not trying to sound clickbaity or exaggerate anything. It's just the simple fact of how easy these fights are compared to not having this counter. And I'm not saying you can't still do well with the usual counters from Domino to Bishop to Kitty Pryde, you name it. But this champ's in a different league in so many ways. So many ways. Here is the follow-up. And this doesn't feel like fighting Baron Zemo. This feels like fighting Baron Zero because he's got 0 shot against her. Zemo goes to 0 against Negasonic. Now, he did want to add that she's a tactic attacker on Path 5 specifically, and there are a lot of nodes that cause debuffs to be shrugged off, or the opponent even going debuff immune. She doesn't care. Granted, not in super high tier war in these fights, but he also doesn't have a single boost in any of the fights, and he never used a single health potion. This is also bonus fights of Longshot that I think I might actually save for the second video because we are already approaching where this would be a 10-minute video easily. And as y'all know, I know it's ironic because Ben's one of those people who says, Prof, don't be afraid to run a 20-minute video. Some of us put your videos on the background, and it's actually comforting to know that for 20 minutes, it's going to be the only video that plays. Very kind to say. I don't know what % of people agree with that watch this channel, probably about 5%. But the 5% of people that watch this channel make up 95% of the views. So you all are literally the heartbeat of this channel and the lifeblood of why I still do this. And regardless of how many people watch this video, the data is amazing. She is breaking Alliance War. She is the difference between winning and losing, especially in this kind of tier. And I still think it's the easiest Valiant decision ever made to buy the $100 offer when you get the chance, because save up the 6 stones, save up the Awakening Gems, save up the rank up materials. Very inexpensive compared to what, especially a year ago, even 6 months ago, to take her to rank 5, even a Cinder at rank 6. And what you get out of that $100 purchase is priceless. Koala Ben, thanks again. You're amazing.